Welcome back to the Drive-In Movie Podcast.
Now playing The Long Walk.
I'm one of your co-hosts, Michael.
And I'm Berkan, aka Big Screen Berkan. What's your name? What's your thing? Like, what's your stage name?
I don't really have a.
Is it reduce, reuse, Remichael?
Yeah, at reduce _ at reuse _ at Remichael.
Remichael.
I'm really proud of that.
It's a good one. You're stuck with it.
I picked it in like middle school, and I stuck by it. I think it made me more of an environmentalist than I would have been otherwise.
Yeah, now you're an environmental engineer.
Because it became my whole identity. That was my
social media
username. It was my Instagram handle. It's how
That's funny.
That's my stage name.
That's funny.
Anyway,
I love that.
So, we just watched The Long Walk. However,
we did.
We're gonna switch things up a little bit this time.
Yes. Instead of starting out with the spoilers, in case you didn't watch it, we didn't want you guys to feel like you had to wait, right? So we're gonna have some conversation, break some news, play some games, and then we'll talk about The Long Walk with spoilers.
Right.
At the very end.
So feel free to stick around for now, and then if you haven't seen the movie, maybe we'll try not talking spoilers for a couple minutes, and then we'll let you know when we start actually talking details of the movie, and you can tune out at the very end if you want to go watch it.
Yeah, for sure.
But, Berkan, you told me at the beginning of the episode, or right before we started, that you had some movie news this week.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. Michael doesn't know anything that's going on in the industry, so I get to tell him for the first time.
Why would I go do my own research when you're literally going to tell me?
This one's a little bit old. It's old news.
Okay.
It's like a week and a half old, but maybe you don't know it. Superman already has a sequel announced.
We've seen it. Wait, hold up. Wait, they already have... Are they not going to do some more movies in the DCU?
Yeah, there's going to be a couple movies in between. But Superman, Man of Tomorrow, is releasing July 9th, 2027.
Oh, wow.
Less than 2 years away.
That sounds like such a fake year to me.
2027?
I know. I don't know why every
Do you
year
realize
now
that 2027 is going to be one of the greatest years of comic book movies of all time?
Okay. That's a very broad... Or like,
is it?
It's a bold statement.
Do you know what's coming out in 2027?
Of course not.
Okay,
you're the guy who tells me.
Okay,
we already established that.
Let's break this down for a second, then, shall we?
Okay.
We have
break
Superman.
Me,
we have Superman, Man of Tomorrow.
Sorry, I'm gonna get us copyrighted. I'm sorry.
All right, we have Superman, Man of Tomorrow. Then 3 months after that, we have Batman Part 2.
Okay. Wait. So is that in the same universe or not? Have they decided?
We'll get to that in a second.
Okay.
Spider-Man Beyond the Spider-Verse.
Okay.
Avengers Secret Wars.
Okay. Wait. So when is Doomsday coming out?
Doomsday is 2026.
Okay.
We're talking about 2027, Michael.
Right.
Get your head in the game.
Guys.
We also have a really cool Star Wars movie called Star Wars Starfighter, starring Ryan Gosling, that's coming out.
Ryan Gosling's going to be in the Star Wars universe?
Yeah, Ryan Gosling is going to be in the Star Wars movie.
Okay, you said comic book movies.
Okay, Star Wars has a comic. Marvel literally has Star Wars comic books.
But they were movies first.
Fine. But okay, fine. Beyond the Spider-Verse, finishing off one of the greatest trilogies of all time. Avengers Secret Wars, which is Avengers movie based off one of the biggest comics of all time, and it's definitely without a doubt going to be the biggest Avengers movie of all time. Superman, Man of Tomorrow.
Biggest Avengers movie of all time.
Yes, Secret Wars.
What a huge statement.
Secret Wars is a huge. If Secret Wars is anything less than the biggest Avengers movie of all time, it's a failure.
Of course.
No, but Secret Wars.
But you think that Secret Wars is going to do better than Endgame did?
I'm not saying it's going to do better. I'm saying it has to be bigger.
That's what But okay, what do you mean by bigger then?
Like it has to be a bigger spectacle, a bigger event, a bigger movie.
And Endgame is such a high bar. It was the #1 grossing movie for a long time.
If any Avengers movie has a chance to beat it, it is Secret Wars.
Yeah, but
Secret Wars is like well known. Like it is famous.
I think maybe in the comic book universe, but Endgame had such mass appeal that
You're right.
People who weren't.
But that's why I was saying like it's not necessarily like box office like success. I'm saying like the movie itself is going to be bigger.
Okay.
It's going to be bigger. It's going to be like it's going to take steps further. It has to be a bigger stakes event.
So
like it is going to be a bigger movie. It's not going to be necessarily more successful.
Okay.
Yeah. And then we have Batman Part 2 in the same year, along with Superman Man of Tomorrow.
Okay, and have they decided if Batman Part 2 is going to be part of the DC
There's a lot of theories. People are highly zoned in on the Clayface production because they're trying to look for clues about Gotham, about which Gotham it is, if it's Matt Reeves' Gotham,
right?
If it's a different Gotham. People are really, really trying
if they
to figure it out.
If they mention drops, then
Yeah,
it's the
yeah.
same universe.
People
'Cause
are
that's-
trying to. Yeah,
Did you ever see the Penguin?
yeah. Of course, I've seen the Penguin.
Okay.
Yeah.
You didn't for a minute, so.
No, I've seen the Penguin.
Okay, gotcha.
But yeah. So what do you think? Do you want Robert Pattinson's Batman to be in the DCU?
You know, I wouldn't be destroyed if it was in the DCU. However, I think it makes a great standalone thing. I think Robert Pattinson is so menacing compared to normal people, for lack of a better word, that when you start throwing in superhumans, I feel like it kind of diminishes his presence. You know, if he has to share like a fighting stage with Superman, that's going to be tough to compete with. And right now, when Robert Pattinson is on screen in the Batman, you go, oh, these goons are fucked. You know?
You don't think though, because they're so different, like it'd be so visually interesting to see them together?
Maybe I can kind of understand that argument, but again, I just think that Superman's gonna steal the show.
Yeah,
as far as like fighting and like spectacle, and I mean,
think
just threat level. You
I
know?
think Robert Pattinson needs to be the Batman, and I think or Batman of the DCU. I think it's okay. Let's think about this for a second.
I think
Man Tomorrow is going to come out in July, and then that October you're going to have Robert Pattinson's Batman Part 2 come out. Do you know the audience confusion there's going to be if they are in different universes? That's a crazy marketing decision to keep them separate. I'm sorry, that's a mistake.
I think people are really used to having multiple Batmans, so maybe not at the same time, but people are.
But
totally
that's the thing.
fine
At
with
the same time,
but people are totally fine with separating Christian Bale's Batman from Ben
yeah, but
Affleck's Batman.
you had years of separation between the two.
Yeah, but it was a lot.
We're talking about a Superman and a Batman releasing months apart, within 4 months of each other. That's never happened before.
I don't think there's going to be a lot of people who are going to be confused. I think people are going to get it.
I think the general audience is going to be confused. I think the only people who are not going to be confused are like people like us who talk about it every day.
But there were Marvel movies that were coming out at the same time as like X-Men movies or Spider-Man movies, and people weren't going, hold on, now why aren't these X-Men in the Avengers movies? You know, why isn't Andrew Garfield Spider-Man?
People were asking that. People were actually trying to figure out if Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man was going to appear in the Avengers movies.
But that's because they were looking for cameos. They weren't confused.
But like now, I think there will be confusion because people also know that DC's doing a complete reset. They already know they're redoing everything. So having another having Superman and Batman, essentially, there's a chance that there are certain theaters out there that will be playing both movies at the same time.
But I think people are smart enough to like. Get it.
I think you're assuming. I think you're assuming that people are smart enough to get. People who are watching this right now probably will get it, but I think the general public will not.
If you're watching this, you're smart.
You're smart.
That's what Berkan said. I don't know. Okay, I can see your point though that 2027 is going to be one of the best comic book movie years.
I don't think anything compares to it. I really don't.
When you say, I'm going back to this a little bit, but when you say 2027, my brain still goes, "Oh, that's going to be so far in the future." That's in 2 years.
It's in 2 years.
I know.
It's crazy.
Is that the only piece of... You told me that there was going to be animated movie news.
There is animated movie news.
Okay. What is it? You refused to tell me, by the way. You told me that there was going to be news, and then you...
I'm going to get there. Before we get there, there's one more thing of Batman I need to talk about.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
I think somebody at DC is getting fired.
Why?
Because James Gunn had to talk about this. On the Clayface production set, there's like this trash can, and for whatever reason, there's a white sticker with a black bat symbol on it, and it's Robert Pattinson's bat symbol, so it added to the fire, because Clayface takes place in the DCU.
There's leaks.
So it added to the fire that Robert Pattinson's Batman is a Batman in the DCU. However, James Gunn was like, that is definitely the Clayface set. That's a real set piece. However, I did not approve that. I have a hard time believing anyone in the art department put that there, insinuating that either one, some random fan did it to mess with everybody and it worked, or someone on the crew did it and they're definitely getting fired.
Do you remember when Morbius came out and
they teased? Yes.
Yeah, there were like posters in the background of the trailer or something that had Tom Holland Spider-Man.
No, it had Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man.
That's what it was.
Oh! Still so mad.
That reminds me of that. And so,
but that was an official trailer. Like they meant to do that,
right? And do you think that confused people, or do you think that just teased people?
Oh no,
there might be a cameo.
I think both. To be honest,
I don't think people. I mean, Morbius was just not a good movie. Period. Right?
Yeah.
So it's like
great bad movie.
Yeah.
No, actually, you know what? It wasn't as good as Madam Web in terms of bad
it was
movies.
A fine bad. It wasn't so bad that it was actually enjoyable.
Yeah.
You know, it was just whatever. Anyway, that sounds very similar. The whole bat symbol thing that may or may not be
relevant.
Exactly.
Yeah, I get that.
And very well could be like completely unrelated.
For sure. I have the hiccups. I hope they can't hear my hiccups. If you do, you're welcome.
Right. And drawing attention to it is sure to help, Berkan.
Yeah, well, listen, that's it's giving me the power.
Yeah, you're taking back your power.
Taking back the power. I'm intending to hiccup.
Good for you.
All right, now the other piece of news.
Go for it.
Okay. What is the 5th highest grossing animated film of all time?
Oh, that's so easy.
We talked about this. It should be easy.
Okay, let me see. Number 1 was Ne Zhao. Number 2 was Inside Out 2.
Correct.
Number 3 was The Lion King. Number 4 was Super Mario, or was that number 5?
Number 4 was Frozen 2.
Okay, so number 5 was Super Mario Brothers.
Okay. So Super Mario Bros. Was super successful at the box office, which means we're getting a second Super Mario Bros. Movie.
Okay.
That movie releases April 2026.
Oh, wow. So in like 9 months?
And it's going to be called the Super Mario Galaxy movie.
Oh.
Yeah! Oh. Yeah, we're doing Super Mario Galaxy!
That's a good move.
That's such a cool move.
Because so many people, like, I feel like our generation around our grade, like, that was our Mario game.
That was the greatest game on the Nintendo Wii.
Yeah.
There was not a game better. It's the best Mario game out of all the consoles. Mario Sunshine... No, you know what? I used to think Mario Sunshine was one of the popular opinions, but then Nintendo released both of them on the Nintendo Switch, and I got to play them both again. Super Mario Galaxy is still the best one, without a doubt.
It gave me vertigo.
It was so good.
The way, like, every stage was rounded, and I was, like, constantly, going like this with my head to try and orient myself.
Do you think it's too soon for them to be doing Super Mario Galaxy?
I mean, it's been a couple of years since...
Well, like, in Mario lore, like, he just really became Mario. He's really just... Because he was just a regular plumber, and now he's in this world, you know?
So what would you have them do?
I don't know. Maybe Super Mario Sunshine makes more sense, or something else. I don't know. I've heard they're saying that this movie is actually going to have combinations or aspects of the popular Mario games. So there's going to be different story points. So people are theorizing Super Mario Odyssey, Super Mario Sunshine, the Super Mario games on the Wii. So I don't know. It's gonna be incredibly exciting.
I think that was a really good move, like, strategically for them. I'm actually, I'd be interested in watching it. I didn't really think that
I thought the
Super
first
Mario
one was fine.
Yeah, it was fine. I didn't think it was great. I think it made a lot of money because I think families went to go watch it, which is fine.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, it was nothing special, really. It had a great cast.
Yeah, if they do this right, and remember the Mario credit scene did tease Yoshi, so we should be getting Yoshi in this as well.
Okay.
If they do this right, and it's decent, like it's better than the first one. It doesn't have to be the greatest animated film of all time, but if it's better than the first one, throwing in the galaxy aspect of it, I think this could actually make a run at the top 3. I think this would beat Inside Out 2. And actually, it could,
like, box office.
Yeah.
Okay.
Potentially, it could actually be the highest grossing animated film of all time if they do it right.
Okay.
Because Galaxy is like that's a heavy hitter. People are going to come back for Galaxy.
They're definitely going to break $1 billion. With that one.
Oh yeah. And the fact that it's coming so soon, like them announcing like, hey, the next movie is Super Mario Galaxy, and it's less than a year away.
They must have been working on this basically as soon as the first one finished.
Yeah, for sure.
They probably didn't even take a break.
Yeah, April 2026, not that long away. And we know that Chris Pratt's returning, Charlie Day's returning as Luigi, Jack Black's returning as
I love Charlie
Bowser, and then Anna Taylor-Joy is returning as Peach.
Okay.
What do you think of the rumors that Mario and Peach aren't love interests?
I don't care. I'm sorry. I couldn't care less if Mario and Peach are love interests.
That's like that's a stable romantic. Like, I spent so much time trying to save Peach. Like, they should be love interests.
Okay, why do you care?
Because I spent so much time rage quitting trying to save Peach. But what was it all for?
But like, the story in Mario games is such a weak aspect of it anyway. It's like always really just about the platforming. It like Mario and Peach never kiss. They never They barely share any screen time together in any of the games because Peach is always kidnapped somewhere.
Yeah, but then why does Mario care so much?
Because they're such good friends.
No, that's stupid. That's stupid.
Maybe either Mario's getting Maybe Peach is his boss. Maybe he's
No,
maybe he's her plumber.
no.
Maybe she signs his paychecks.
No, there's got to be a little something going on the side. I refuse.
All I know is Luigi's laying that pipe. I know that for a fact.
To Peach?
To Daisy, bro.
Well, I don't know. What is love anymore? If Peach and Mario aren't a thing, I don't know what to believe.
I couldn't care less if Mario and Peach were a thing. I'm sorry.
I'm
sorry. Sue me.
This is stupid. Did you have a childhood crush, by the way?
Oh.
Speaking of love.
Absolutely.
A celebrity crush.
Yes.
To be clear.
Yes, absolutely.
Would you like to share?
Yeah, my celebrity crush has remained unchanged for years, and it's Aubrey Plaza.
As a child, too?
I mean, when did I watch Parks and Rec? I probably watched Parks and Rec when I was
2013?
14 or something.
Okay, that's fair.
So, I mean, to me, that's childhood. I can't remember as a smaller kid. Oh, Jasmine from Aladdin.
Oh, okay.
No, oh my God. I had it bad for Jasmine.
Yeah, I mean, everybody knows I love Shigo. Shigo's
you're a big Shigo guy.
I love the villain from Sinbad, the mythical goddess.
Yes.
Ugh,
because she had some little innuendos.
Yeah, she was bad.
Right.
In every aspect.
And she was playing with Sinbad's feelings.
I really liked my biggest childhood crush was Emma Watson.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
You like powerful women.
I have a type. I loved Emma Watson.
You like
and
Shigo, very
baddie.
strong.
I liked a good baddie.
Powerful baddie, physically powerful.
Hermione wasn't that way though.
The villain from Sinbad, I think a literal goddess.
Yeah, she was a literal goddess.
And then Hermione, smart, ambitious, successful.
Yeah, she in Harry Potter lore, she does become Minister of Magic.
I mean, I think you really like powerful.
And
women.
you know what, Emma Watson, I really like. I'm rereading Harry Potter right now, and even rereading it, I'm like, man, Hermione, I'm in Half Blood Prince right now, and Deathly Hallows. I was
all right, be careful because she's in school.
Okay, well, fine, whatever. I'm just saying, I remember, I grew up loving, not loving, but having a crush on Hermione and Emma Watson because it was Emma Watson in my head reading it, and my favorite Disney princess who I had it bad for, Belle. Who played Belle in live action? Emma Watson.
That makes sense because if your wife was any of the Disney princesses,
she's Belle.
I think she'd be Belle.
Yeah, exactly.
That makes a lot of sense.
I'm trying to think.
I had some for sure.
I had some Disney Channel crushes. Selena Gomez was one for sure.
Selena Gomez, I feel was so. I never really had it that bad for Selena Gomez, but I knew a lot of people who were they would have killed somebody for Selena. You know what I mean?
For sure.
They were salivating at the mouth watching Wizards of Waverly Place. I feel like.
I also had a crush on. Do you remember Sky High?
Oh yeah, of course. What a good movie.
The villain of that movie.
I don't remember what she looks like.
She was. I have a type. Brunette, brown eyes.
Yeah, you definitely have a type.
Brunette, green eyes.
I honestly didn't.
Brunette, green eyes is the peak.
Green, and in Shigo's case, really green. I mean, green everything.
I was like, okay, green.
You like green.
Yeah.
No, my only hear me out is Zoe Saldana from Avatar.
Wait.
That's right.
Nakar.
Yeah.
In Navi.
Yeah, that's my only hear me out. You remember when people were doing the hear me out cakes?
Yeah.
That's my hear me out.
Tail to tail?
Yeah. I don't really want to get into the specifics of the positions, but
But how does that work? Is it their traditional positions when you tail to tail?
I don't know. I haven't worked out the physics of it or the anatomy.
I can't accept this. Hear me out until we do. So do you think doggy style still exists?
Berkan, that's not what this podcast is about. This is getting really graphic.
I gotta understand the hear me out.
No.
Do you think missionaries still exist?
I'm not getting into this with you.
I
don't want you imagining me in these positions.
Oh, I'm imagining it. I gotta know.
Get me out of your head.
No,
dude.
I can't. You put it in there. You told me hear you out, and I'm hearing you out.
Can we please move on? I'm having the worst night of my life right now.
Okay, we can move on.
Okay. This is.
But I kind of get it.
Call the police on you.
I kind of get it though.
Oh my god! For some reason in Avatar 2, when her kid dies and she's going absolutely feral John Wick mother mode. For some reason I'm like, oh, that's
That's my type.
That's a partner right there.
That's my type.
That's a wife. That's
a Oh my goodness. I'm not gonna be able to watch Avatar Fire and Ash with you.
I'm so sorry, dude.
She's gonna be fiery in that movie.
Doesn't she also play
Gamora? Yeah. So does Gamora do it for you too?
I also think Gamora does it for me.
Yeah. Okay. You do like your feist.
Zoe Saldana?
Yeah, you do like you like the feisty.
I think so.
Shall we play a game?
Yes, I had a game for you, Berkan.
Cool.
We've done a couple drafts before, of fantasy drafts of
True.
Characters from television and
True.
movies. But this draft I want to do a little differently. I don't want to do a draft where my team is fighting your team. I want to do a draft where our teams have to pull off heists. So, the team has to be quick, has to be sneaky, has to be able to get in and out without being seen, make off with a lot of money. And if you do any like physical damage to the building or hurt anybody or potentially get caught, that's points docked. Okay. So it's a little bit of a different fantasy draft. Whoever's team would potentially do better at a heist wins.
Okay, so we're drafting fictional movie characters to pull off the perfect heist.
Let's throw in television too.
Okay, we're drafting fictional movie and TV characters to pull off the perfect heist.
Right.
Bang. Okay.
How many characters do you want on your team?
5. I think we get 5. I think we get 5.
Okay.
Yeah, perfect heist.
Okay. Do you want to go first?
No, I want to do fair and square.
Okay. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Damn it. Let's go. All right. First pick. I'm picking Spider-Man.
Fuck.
I mean, listen.
Such a good
Spider-Man, he can crawl on walls. If we're not trying to cause damage, he can web things to keep things in place. He has spider sense, so he'd be able to warn us.
I was thinking the exact same thing.
Yeah. I got that
because he's so strong, but he's also like slick.
And he's smart.
Yes.
Yeah, you're cooked.
Damn. Okay. I'm taking Danny Phantom.
Oh, because he can go through walls.
He can literally just go straight through walls.
But can he take things with him?
No, but he could potentially.
What's the point?
Well, he could get through a wall and then deactivate security systems on the other side.
Oh, okay.
Or if like a guard's coming, he just goes ghost. He goes invisible.
All right. Is it your turn to draft again?
No, let's just go back and forth.
All right, back and forth. Well, I'm gonna match your Danny Phantom with Harry Potter.
Harry Potter? Why Harry Potter?
He can apparate to room.
Oh, he's got the invisibility.
He can, when Guardian Leviosa, he has the invisibility cloak.
Sure.
He can do spells. He can stun guards. He can do a lot of things. He can transfigure. He can take the money, use transfiguration to turn it into like a rock, put it in his pocket, and then boom, heist done. No one will know.
Okay, that's not a bad one.
That's a good one.
I'm taking Walter White.
What's he gonna do? Just make meth?
Walter White is the brains of the operation. He pulled off the best. He pulled off
chemistry.
He pulled off the biggest train heist in history, and nobody knew.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
He literally wiped a computer from a police evidence bank.
Shoot.
Without getting caught, without going into the station.
Okay. Yeah.
He's the brains.
Right, you're right. You know what? I'm gonna do Matt Murdock. From Daredevil. Okay. We saw him do it in Daredevil Born Again, where he literally was able to break in to a vault in a bank.
Right.
Just being Daredevil.
Oh, you know what? Dude, I'm taking Ant-Man.
Oh, come on!
Oh. When you said, we literally saw a Marvel character pull off a heist.
Yeah, Ant-Man got caught.
I was like,
multiple times.
Well, not this time. He's got Walter White being the brains.
Okay. Oh, shoot. Now I need... So I have Spider-Man, Harry Potter, Matt Murdock.
Right.
Interesting. This is tough.
Okay, so what do you need? You have like sensory types, you have strength types, you have Harry Potter, which is I guess like invisibility.
Magic. Yeah.
Magic.
I need somebody to
versatility.
What
do you need? I think you need some brains.
I need some brains.
Like, and not that those characters aren't smart, but you need like a man in the chair basically.
Yeah. Shoot. Oh no, this is tough.
It is tough.
My brain is blinking. Who can I? And the goal is to cause as little damage as possible.
Right. That's why I'm trying to think about who I'm going to pick for strength.
I'm going to do. You know what? I'm going to do Black Widow.
Black Widow?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because she is smart enough to where she can actually finagle situation, but she can also be useful if I need silent, deadly combat.
I think. Well, the whole point is to not have to do any combat.
Yeah, but you want to be prepared for any situation.
Yeah. Okay. I think that's going to dock you some points, but I'll let you take it because I think that's
I don't know. I think it's a good pull.
I need somebody with some strength.
Yeah.
Because also about Black Widow. I mean, I feel like she's got experience in like those kinds of
Yeah,
operations.
exactly.
You know what I mean?
She could be unseen.
Right. Yeah, I need someone with some strength, but also slick. Like I need somebody who can carry a lot of money bags, basically, but is fast.
I got my last one.
Let me think, dude.
Oh, I got my last one. You're so cooked.
Okay.
You're so cooked.
Maybe, okay, who are some strong characters? I'm not taking Hulk, obviously.
Right.
I'm not taking the Thing. I don't really want to take... I feel like Superman would actually be a good pick. Because he's got X-ray vision.
He's not going to do it.
And
if you're not trying to cause damage, what's he going to do?
But he doesn't have to break through any... He doesn't even want to cause damage, actually.
So what's he going to do?
He's got X-ray vision, and
he's just going to see, hey, guys, the money is in the vault.
And he's got...
Thanks, Superman.
Hey, guys, there's a guard coming around the corner right now. Danny, go Ghost.
Okay.
And he's also got the super strength.
You're using Superman to just be a lookout.
And he's fast. No, he's a lookout, and he's actually carrying the money.
Oh, man.
And he can fly. He's fast.
Oh, crap. There's someone I want to pick now, but I can't. Because I think my next pick is too good.
Too good?
Yeah. I'm picking Jimmy Neutron.
He's your brains.
Yeah.
He's your brains.
There's your brains.
That's crazy.
There's your brains. And he has gadgets.
Jimmy Neutron.
He can invent something I need. He can any guy on your team, he could invent to do with a gadget.
Uh-huh.
You need Ant-Man because you need somebody to shrink. He can shrink you.
Oh, wait. Hold on. I'm picking Elastigirl.
Okay.
I'm picking Elastigirl for versatility.
Okay. So
she can slip into places like unseen, like under like creases in doors or something like that.
Yeah.
She can like.
Can't she go under creases? Like can she literally?
She can go flat. She turned herself into a parachute.
That's true, I guess. We just haven't seen it.
And also, we saw like basically like a train go through the tunnel. Do you remember when she in Incredibles 1 and she basically just like warped around the walls and ceiling?
Yeah,
she can go really thin.
She could. That's interesting.
So I think that she can get into some tight places, and she can like basically turn herself into like a big old bag that can carry all the money or gold or whatever, and then Superman can carry them out of the place.
Yeah, that's interesting. Okay, so
that's my team.
So my team consists of Spider-Man, Harry Potter, Matt Murdock, Black Widow, and Jimmy Neutron.
Okay. And mine was Walter White, Danny Phantom, Ant-Man, Superman, and Elastigirl.
All right, so let us know whose team do you guys think would pull off the better heist.
I think mine does.
Stupid. My honorable mention was The Flash.
The Flash is good.
Because he could just be...
Yeah. That's actually... You're right. If you had picked The Flash, I would have gone Quicksilver. So
yeah, okay.
Specifically, Evan Peters from
because
Days of Future Past.
Yeah, for
sure. Is it Evan Peters or Peter Evans?
Evan Peters.
Okay, he's got two first names, so I never know.
I could be wrong too, but we're on this podcast. He's Evan Peters.
You could easily switch them, Evan Peters or Peter Evans.
On this podcast, he's Evan Peters.
Okay, gotcha.
Okay, one more draft, shall we?
Sure.
All right, I want to draft the top 5. Let's see who has a better lineup. Or no, you know what? How does this work as a draft or a blind rank? I want to do a game with Marvel movies, specifically origin story Marvel movies.
Okay.
So, yeah, let's do a draft, but let's do 3. So we're gonna each draft what we think is the 3 best available origin Marvel movies.
Okay.
All right. Shall we see who goes first?
Yeah.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Okay.
Hello.
You start it.
Okay. I'm going Iron Man.
That's a good pick.
I mean, classic.
That's
unbeatable.
A good pick. I'm going Guardians of the Galaxy.
That's a good one too. I'm going. Oh, dude. Captain America: Civil War.
That's not an origin story.
I thought the origin for Black Panther.
Oh, come on.
And Spider-Man.
But origin movie, so it would have to be the origin. That feels like cheating.
Oh, but we didn't. That's completely within the bounds of the rules.
I don't think it is. That's stupid.
Chat.
It's a Captain America movie.
Chat, let me know.
No, that's stupid. That's so stupid. Fine, you know what? You keep your cheating.
Okay, because Spider-Man doesn't have an origin movie. Really.
Spider-Man: Homecoming. It doesn't.
That's not an origin. He's already well
established.
Established.
His first movie in the MCU is the origin movie.
His first movie in the MCU is
his origin isn't in Civil War either.
But that you just said the
Neither is
first
Black
movie.
Panther. If you're going specific to the origin, neither of those characters' origins in Civil War. They're just already established.
I think you're mad because I'm winning.
No, I think I'm mad because you're
Iron
stupid
Man,
at breaking
I got
the rules.
Iron Man and Civil War.
That's breaking the rules. Okay, you know what? I have Guardians of the Galaxy, and then I have Shang-Chi.
Okay. I'm taking Black Panther.
Well, I'm taking Ant-Man, and you know what? I think all three of my movies are better.
Okay, we're only doing 3? That's it?
Yep.
Okay.
What's your third?
That was my 3.
Oh, that was your three. Okay.
I think Civil War and
Okay.
Black Panther.
That's such cheating. You're cheating. This is ridiculous.
Chat, let me know.
No, this is okay. So my correct answers are Guardians of the Galaxy, Shang-Chi,
Yeah.
and
What else did you say?
what else did I say?
What else did you say? I can't even remember now because I was beating you
Guardians of the
so bad.
Galaxy, Shang-Chi.
Guardians of the Galaxy. No, wait.
No, it's Guardians of the Galaxy, Shang-Chi.
What was the first one you said? Did you have a third?
Ant-Man?
Yeah. That was
Okay,
it. You
yeah,
did say Ant-Man.
Yeah, okay, yeah. So my top three, which is the correct answers, Guardians of the Galaxy, Shang-Chi, and Ant-Man.
Okay. And mine were Iron Man, Captain America Civil War,
Ridiculous. That's not an ant.
and Black Panther.
You picked the goated MCU movie.
Yeah.
You picked a movie that is arguably in the top 5 in the MCU, but not part of the game.
Double origin movie.
And then you picked Black Panther, which is a good movie, but it's not. Is Black Panther top 10 in the MCU?
I think you got Michael B. Jordan in there. You got the whole.
There's a lot of A-list amazing actors in the MCU.
Yeah, but
Okay, wait.
you got Andy Serkis.
Okay, wait. What are the top 10 movies in the MCU? Okay, we have.
Chadwick Boseman. I mean, it goes without saying.
Well, okay, but what are the top 10 movies in the MCU then? Is Black Panther one of them? We have Avengers: Infinity War, Avengers: Endgame, Captain America: Civil War, Guardians of the Galaxy 3, Thunderbolts.
People are gonna be mad if you don't put
Spider-Man
the
No Way
Winter
Home.
Soldier in there.
I think The Winter Soldier is a top 10 movie. So that leaves 2 spots left. Is Iron Man one of them?
It's gotta be.
Okay, that leaves 1 spot left. Is it
Black
really
Panther.
Black Panther?
What else would you take?
We didn't say Shang-Chi.
I don't know if it's. I don't think Shang-Chi's beating Black Panther.
I don't know. We didn't say Ant-Man.
I also don't know if Ant-Man's beating Black Panther.
This is interesting. Thor Ragnarok?
Oh gosh, that one is iconic.
That's a really great one.
I don't know if here's. I think you and I agree on this. I actually don't think that Winter Soldier belongs in the top 10. I'm sorry. I know that a lot of people are really upset about that. I've never watched Winter Soldier and not gotten bored part of the way through it.
That's true. I think it's really. I think it has incredible actions. I think it has incredible action scenes. I do think it's really clever. I think the twist is amazing. I do think it is a great Marvel movie and a top 10 worthy movie. But you're right. Like for me, like I get bored. I fall asleep, or I just get bored, and I'm like, I want to skim to the end. Like it's not that rewatchable for me. But we are definitely in the minority.
Pretty much. I know.
But okay, so I guess with 1 spot left, technically 2 spots left. If we take out Winter Soldier, is Black Panther one of them?
I think so.
Okay, let us know. Let us know. If you're on our socials at the Drive-In Movie Podcast, let us know.
This is a very Marvel-heavy discussion, but I think we should pivot into
The Long Walk?
The Long Walk.
Okay. How many Michaels are you giving The Long Walk?
I think 5.
What?
I could give it 6.
Wait. You thought it was bad?
I thought there were nuggets of greatness sandwiched by long moments of boring.
I gave The Long Walk 9 Michaels.
I'm sorry.
That's ridiculous.
When all of those conversations with the guys talking to each other, it gave me
it was heartwarming.
It gave me high school theater vibes.
What?
Like they kept doing this number right here where they're like talking to each other and they're like, hey man, hey, come on. And that's like the go-to, like, I don't know what to really do with my hands movement. Like I wasn't totally buying a lot of the deliveries. The deliveries I did buy were the death scenes. The death scenes were the redeeming aspect of this movie. So I gave it a 5, not because I thought the whole movie was mid, but because there were moments where it was like, in my opinion, boring. And then there were really good moments. So it was like kind of going back and forth between this, and it just averaged out to me.
I could pivot from a 9 to an 8.5 only because I walked away from that movie, and the only things that really bothered me were I don't think I could ever rewatch The Long Walk. Like, I don't think I'll ever
You're
rewatch
gonna give
it.
a movie a 9 that's not rewatchable? I thought
That's why it's not getting a 10.
But rewatchability is such a big part of like.
That's why it's not
rating.
giving a 10.
It's only worth 1 point. Rewatchability is only worth.
In
1
this
point?
case, it depends how good the movie is. If the movie's really, I thought Mickey 17 was great. I'm probably never gonna rewatch that movie again. But I also give that 8.5 out of 9.
I would have rewatched the hell out of that.
Not for me. But anyway, so I don't think it's very rewatchable, and I do think that some of the development for the ensemble characters is a little bit cheap. Like, I don't necessarily buy how one character is a certain way and then suddenly decides, and that's more of a spoiler thing. I think I don't know how to talk about this movie without spoilers.
Okay, let's just go to spoilers.
I don't understand how what is his Bamovich, whatever, the bully kid. You know who I'm talking about?
The killer,
the guy with the bandana.
Yeah.
I don't understand how he goes from cocky to I'm gonna kill myself. I get that there's moments where he's realizing he's the sour egg of the group. But I think it's too drastic of a jump. And I get that this game has mind jumps, but I'm like, I don't really feel like we're all that developed. And there's so many other characters that also just kind of feel like they give up so quickly without getting to know them. And it's an ensemble movie. It's hard, which is why I'm like, this is not that big of a deal. He was the only character I was like, that doesn't feel satisfying.
Yeah.
And that's it. That's my only issues with the movie. Like, maybe some parts drag a little bit.
I think they drag a lot. They don't really go into like the backstory. It's just them walking a lot.
They don't need to go into the backstory.
They kind of do.
No.
I honestly didn't care about any of the characters. When people were dying, I only thought it was like very graphic, but I didn't actually think it was like that emotionally wrenching. Like the only time that I actually like
You just said every death was its redeeming quality.
Yeah, because it was so visceral. Not because I actually thought.
See, I felt it every single time. I was like, that like breaks my heart. Every single time, my heart broke more and more and more.
The only time it actually like affected me emotionally was when that guy was like, "I did it all wrong. I did it all wrong." That's such a good line, but I bet Stephen King wrote it.
Crushed me.
But honestly, I didn't think that character. I know he was supposed to be like the comedic relief almost, you know, like the goofball character that you're supposed to love. I just thought he cussed a lot. If you haven't watched this movie yet, when you watch it, play a drinking game. Every time they cuss, drink. Because I promise you, it's every sentence. It's every single sentence. It's sometimes like 2 or 3 times in a sentence.
I thought this movie I thought the story was actually really strong. And I thought the way it carried me from character to character, the way it like hooked me in from death to death, and the ending of the movie was so meaningful in the sense of this whole time Pete is lecturing Ray, hey, choose love, choose love, choose love. And honestly, I truly believe if Ray won the long walk, he would have chose love. And it's so interesting to me and so like just beautiful that despite Pete telling him, hey, you need to choose love, he had so much love for his new brother, and their bond grew so strongly after 5 days that he actually took his path. They traded paths.
That was cool.
That was so cool.
That's what I'm saying.
It's so meaningful.
I think there were some great nuggets in there.
And I think like that builds up because despite them going like, hey, yeah, we're best friends, we're walking, we're best friends, we're walking. I do think they were incredible actors throughout the movie.
Hey, come on, walk a little bit more with me. Walk a little bit. Hey,
see, that didn't even bother me for a second. I felt like it was actually a very natural thing in that moment.
It kind of reminded me of like that when we were in high school, we made a short film. What was it? Containment. And it reminded me of like watching that film where I was like, we were kids, we were, kind of flexing our acting chops.
I think that's
and it was like, there's some potential here, but I don't think that they're like, it wasn't really captivating me yet. The best performance, I think, and I'm not saying that anyone did bad in this movie, by the way. I'm not saying anyone did bad, but I think the best actor was the guy who played Pete.
David Johnson. I think he's one of the best actors of his generation.
Wow.
I really do.
Nice. Even Mark Hamill, I was like, he's a great voice actor. I don't know if I really bought his role as the Major. You know what I mean?
I will say he didn't necessarily seem menacing.
He didn't seem menacing.
Like every time they were like, you thought like they like would tell him, they'd be like, hey, like fuck you. Yeah. He'd be like, that's the sack I like to see. Like that's what it takes to live. He was very encouraging. He just time.
He just kind of seemed like
you guys are brave.
He just kind of seemed like a drill sergeant, basically.
Yeah,
and so
I can understand that.
I mean, and also like I didn't understand the mentality of like trying to. They all know that only one of them's gonna make it out. So when they keep telling their friends to walk longer, you're just making them suffer for longer. Like they're just gonna die with like blisters on their feet,
But that's part of
shit
like
in their pants, internal hemorrhaging.
that's part of the story and part of the story of like brotherhood and bond and the scenario. You want a backstory? You got to think about it. They don't want to be doing the long walk. None of them want to be doing it. They feel like society makes them do the long walk. So they're not actually in it to like, hey, I hope you all die. They they sympathize and they care with each single man doing the walk. And that's why they become friends.
Yeah, but you're just making your friends suffer for longer.
No,
by
they're
saving them.
It's
by making them walk for longer. I mean, again, like that one dude literally died with like internal hemorrhaging, and he like shit his pants. And a weird amount of this movie is about shitting yourself.
It's a very realistic part of the game.
Sure,
That's exactly what I was wondering.
You can't stop walking. And also every time, like, it was just a funny imagery of like every time someone's getting like shot in the head behind them, they can't stop walking, so they're just walking away from someone being brutally murdered. They're like power walking. They're like, no! It's just like the imagery is just strange to me. You know what I mean?
I think this is in my top 5 movies of the year.
I think there were some very powerful moments sandwiched by moments I could care less about. Like,
interesting.
What were they even talking about for half the movie? Because there were just random moments where they were talking about like nothing essentially. There were so many scenes where I was like, they could have cut that. They could have cut that.
They were talking about like motives. Like
no,
why they're there.
No, there were moments where they were talking about nothing.
There's like one bit where they were talking about Ray's mom, and that was it. Like one bit.
No, they were
like what they would win. Like it was. I disagree completely. I don't know. Now, this is based off a book.
Right, a Stephen King book.
There's actually a lot of differences to the point where if you read the book before you watched the movie, if you read the book before you watched The Long Walk in theaters, you'd actually still be surprised at the ending because they changed the ending. So here's a couple notable changes. First of all, Stebbins, the like really in shape guy,
right?
He actually is still the major son.
Okay.
But he's not the one who gets sick. He's never sick. He actually finishes in the top 2.
Oh.
But he dies of fright. There's a whole like mysterious like shadow figure that's completely cut from the movie that's in the book.
Shadow figure?
Yeah, that's like coming towards them, and like Ray's more intrigued by it, but Stebbins dies of fright.
Okay.
Which also brings me to my next point. Ray actually wins the long walk.
Right.
Yeah, and the major doesn't die.
Oh.
Like, so he doesn't like, so Pete, David Johnson's character, comes in third. So he does sacrifice himself. And he does save Ray and all that, but he doesn't win, which is obviously the biggest change, because in the long walk in the movie, Pete wins and he kills the major, just like Ray wanted.
Mm-hmm.
So this was actually the first time when I was reading all the like subtle differences between the book and the movie. This is the first time I was like, they actually improved the book. They made the book better than the movie.
Okay.
Or they made the movie better than the book.
Okay.
And I just like, I think that ending is so impactful. Like just the choice of like them switching paths and the showcasing of their brotherhood and how strong it was. And the mystery of like, well, what happens to Pete now? Does he walk free? Does like the long walk continue? Like there's such a mystery that will always remain unsolved, and it's kind of beautiful because that's what Stephen King does, right? He doesn't write a lot of franchises outside of like what I don't know how many sequels Stephen King has written.
Right.
I'm sure there's not one for the long walk, or at least not one that's gonna be relevant for the movie.
I don't know. Yeah.
So I don't know. That's just some notable differences.
Okay. Yeah, I can definitely see why you would think it's a great movie. I would have liked some more backstory for the characters. Like there's really only like one flashback, and so I felt like most of the movie I was just kind of like waiting for the next thing to happen, you know.
There was some moments like I did expect Bandana Kid to do some type of sabotage, but that just never happened again. But that was part of my note. Like he went from point A to point B real quickly.
Yeah.
But no, I really enjoyed the long walk.
Nice.
I'm sorry that you gave it a 5 or a 6. Is what are you settling on?
I'll give it a 6.
6, Michaels,
because I didn't dislike it.
I think you got me down to an 8.5.
Okay.
Because I do think you make valid points. I just don't think they're as heavy as you think they are.
I don't love the dialogue. I think that The acting is pretty good, but it's not as captivating as I would have liked because it's a scene. It's all basically in one setting, and they're just walking. You know, it's like the dialogue needs to be and the acting needs to be very captivating. Like, have you ever seen? I doubt you've seen this Heretic.
No.
Okay, that's a kind of recent movie. I think it came out last year. It's a horror movie / thriller, and most of the movie is just what's the guy who played the Oompa Loompa in the Wonka movie with
Hugh Grant.
Hugh Grant. It's most of the movie is Hugh Grant like monologuing, and it's actually super captivating because he's such a good actor that you can just watch him ramble and you're on the edge of your seat. I don't know if any of the actors in this movie are at that point in their career yet.
I don't know. Like I said, I'm willing to bet David Johnson becomes an Academy Award winner.
He stole the show to me,
and he is so talented.
And again, nobody did bad. I'm not trying to disrespect anybody.
No,
you know
I mean, let's talk about this for a second. Like, David Johnson, I think is going to win an Academy Award. I think he's going to be one of the best actors of his generation.
Nice.
The biggest surprise to me was actually Ben Wang. I don't know if it's Ben Wang or Ben Wang. He was the kid who was the comedic relief. I know you upset that he cursed like every 2 seconds.
That's a writing thing.
Did you realize he was the Karate Kid?
No.
When I was watching the Karate Kid,
I was like, that name sounds familiar.
He
killed in the Karate Kid.
When I was watching the Karate Kid, I was like, I was curious. I was like, is this like he's good, but he's playing like part of me. I was so impressed with how different of a character and how different he can make his voice and how different he can be.
Yeah.
Just by seeing these two movies relatively close together, I was super impressed by him.
Yeah.
So good. And Cooper Hoffman, I actually think is actually quite beautiful. Not him I think this situation is quite beautiful. Cooper Hoffman got to play Ray in this movie, directed by Francis Lawrence or Lawrence Francis. I can't remember his name, but he directed the Hunger Games movies.
Nice.
So he directed his father, who passed away. Because his father played, I can't remember names right now. This is ruining it. But his father was the main game maker in Catching Fire and then in the Rebellion of Mockingjay Part 1 and Part 2.
So the guy who played the major son, that actor's dad.
Not the major son.
Oh, no?
No.
Oh, Ray, the main character.
The main character.
Okay. So the guy who played Ray, his dad was in the Hunger Games.
Right.
And so they both acted under the same director.
Yes.
That's what you're saying.
I thought that was really cool.
That is really cool. That is, and that got the dad passed away, right?
Right, the dad passed away, and in this movie, in The Long Walk, there's a level.
So it's really sweet that the actor who played Ray got to I guess
and the character, obviously his father wasn't brutally murdered in real life, but his character Ray, his dad was his hero,
right?
So he wanted to follow in his dad's footsteps, and so in some ways he's doing that in real life, in real time, which I thought was really cool.
That is really cool.
Yeah.
I
think that's our episode, Michael.
I think that's our episode too. One more thing. That makes sense that the director also did the Hunger Games because, again, the death scenes were in my opinion, the best part. And so I think the director really did a good job of showing the impact and the power of these children being forced to compete to the death.
Was Hunger Games based off The Long Walk? I couldn't stop thinking about it. There's so many similarities.
I think it was based on something I think it was called Battle Royale or something like that.
I don't know. There's so many similarities.
I think there's a book called Battle Royale where it's children actually fighting to the death.
There's so many similarities. It's crazy. So I gotta look into that.
Yeah.
Be sure to check us out on all social medias at the Drive-In Movie Pod. If you're listening to this episode, that means there's a brand new Patreon exclusive episode.
What?
Live. Yeah.
Go check that out.
Yeah, so be sure to go check that out.
Okay. If you're listening on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, be sure to leave us a review and the comments. Rate 5 stars. If you're listening on YouTube, subscribe, like the video, comment.
Subscribe.
And thanks for driving in with us, y'all.
Thanks for driving in.
All right.